Leona Maguire now a winner on the LPGA Tour, her first hole, the 10th.
And we always knew that win was going to come. And now that she's there, she's full of confidence and producing shots like that.
First hole of the championship for Leona Maguire just gave Ireland its first ever LPGA winner.
This is Stacey Lewis, the champion in 2011, her second. A little step through there with the approach, and it just needs to stay below the hole or maybe go in the hole. That's a lovely shot. So that should be a birdie for Stacy.
Lauren Stevenson, the 24-year-old from South Carolina, played collegiately at Alabama, playing with one of her Crimson Tide teammates, Cheyenne Knight.
Oh, that was a good putt.
Yeah, it's interesting when you look at the comparison of how dominant she's been, and you do think to players like Lorena Ochoa or Annika Sorenstam. Heading back towards the clubhouse, making the turn at basically the 13th green on that back nine. This is Minji. Her stats for approaches this year on the strokes gained category from a number of different distances. Minji has a birdie putt here at the 15th.
I think you'd be saying that a lot, Tom, for Minji, the way her ball striking's been.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible when you look at the numbers. It's almost as though you can't believe what you're reading.
I know, right?
All those players who think it's short have her kind of club head speed. 9-iron. That's a bit of a knuckleball. Shouldn't have a lot of spin on it.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, good shot there. You feel like Jin Young Ko's just kind of a step above that with her dominance.
You thought that left bunker at 14 would get some work today, Karen?
Uh-huh.
Leona Maguire nearly made short work of this par 3. 15.
Here's the reigning U.S. Women's Open champion, Yuka Saso. Second shot into this par 4. That one looks handy, so it should be a birdie to get one of those shots back. Dropped a shot at 11 and bogeyed the previous hole, 14.
I think, Tom, though, she's a player that could turn things on very quickly. I mean, there were some holes out here that she could make an eagle on. And
at the 16th, Se-Young Kim.
Good drive down there to find that spot on the fairway. It's not always an easy driving hole, that 16th.
Boy, this looks mighty promising in the air. Yeah, on the ground as well.
Wow, right off the putter face.
Well, she didn't trust it. She was aiming it just directly at the hole. Like, she didn't believe that was going to go left.
Five holes in, all pars for this twosome. She had a streak of 14 consecutive rounds in the 60s that ended in the first round of the BMW Ladies Championship in Korea last October.
And the pitching wedge. She's had makeable chances on 5 of the 6 holes thus far. Likely going to give herself another one here. Gives it the big lean, but it's not that far right of the hole.
Here it comes.
Like I said, 5 of 6 holes played thus far. She's had really makeable opportunities. This one probably the shortest. That stroke looked like her tempo varied. That's the one thing she's been working on. That looked a little quick.
And the one where she didn't have an opportunity is the one where she made a putt. That was the 10th hole, her first.
See the name of Lauren Stevenson on the leaderboard there. It's a 3rd to 11. It is a par 5. And that's going to be just fine with the tee moved up at the 18th.
Up on the green at the 18th, Jessica Korda for birdie.
She was forced to lay up too. Tee shot went into the right rough.
There we go.
Same result.
Se-Young Kim.
Wow, was that ever nicely judged.
Mm-hmm.
Little left of the hole, should release right eventually.
There you go.
And a good look at birdie coming up.
It's not a bad idea as far as she hits it. She has to change the grips every other week. She hits them so often. Lofted it high in the air. That's a shot that's relatively new to her with that club. And a good one.
I mean, that's one thing that you know, Judy Rankin always says, and she's going to be in here later today.
This is at the first, and Lexi Thompson for a birdie.
Turning a little right. Gave that a firm wrap. That was a nice one.
Yeah, back-to-back birdies for Lexi, and she gets to a couple under par. Maybe get the energy level up out here. This is the 28-year-old Floridian, J. Marie Green, to get it to 1 under par. Just trying to trickle it down there.
Yeah.
Lovely. 8th start here at the Chevron for J. Marie Green. Let's go over to 12.
And tied with Minjee Lee is Jennifer Kupcho. Maybe not for long.
No, that's a great, great way to take advantage of a hole that kind of yields a really good birdie opportunity.
For Jennifer Kupcho, made her only bogey, but this for a 7th birdie in 12 holes. Potential unlimited.
Going with 6-iron. It'll be a pretty good one to get all the way back to the hole. It might have been that little sound of it being a groove low.
I think she'll take it from just under 200 yards out. I mean, smart play to the fat part of the green.
Wow.
Pitching wedge this hole. Well, that looks good in the air if it's the right club, just right of the hole.
Oh, yeah. And a chance for another birdie for Lexi Thompson.
Have had a winner here at the Chevron. England, not one of them. One last chance here, Karen.
And yet, it seems like every year. Nice Bronte Law there, chipping in, putting in from off the green.
For Bronte, maybe Charlie.
It just feels like players play well.
Kupcho's second. We saw from our coverage earlier the flag today on the lower half of this green, and that one is on the correct part of the green. Kupcho for birdie back down the hill.
Yeah, very slippery. Oh, he's on a nice line.
Oh, look how pure those greens are. That was right on line, and 4 birdies in the last 5 holes, including 3 in a row for Kupcho.
It's hard to believe. 7 shots off the lead. World number 1. Jin Young Ko at the 4th.
8-iron up the hill from only 139. Good looking shot. Really good. They can only know how close it gets to the hole based on the fan reaction playing up that slope. Just left of the hole.
All right. Go ahead.
This was just a moment ago at the 7th. Se-Young Kim missed the green in the rough, which isn't always a good thing, but this time it might not be too bad. Good 3.
After what's been a terrific day, bogey free, 3 under. A little like Stacy Lewis earlier, she didn't hit it where she wanted to hit it, but it is going to give her a chance. At the 18th, this for a closing birdie for Lauren Stevenson. How about a bogey-free 69?
I think it was a very solid round of golf, and she had plenty of opportunities too to get even lower.
Jennifer Kupcho for another birdie. This would be for 4 straight.
Well, it's almost saying this is the second hardest
Here we go.
hole on the golf course today, but Kupcho just filling it up.
Making it look easy. Jennifer Kupcho.
This is the 3rd for Jessica Korda.
Pretty good leave there, Tom. Just chipping up the green.
Yeah, right through the gap, maybe right into the hole. It's going to be a birdie to finish for Jess, and she's going to move under par for the day. This is Madame LeBlanc. She's playing well this year. Played her way into this championship courtesy of her position on the points list. And that is a really good one from the Canadian player.
As a matter of fact, and then a couple of bogeys, 6 under. Patty Tavatanakit, so impressive last year, winning this going away. Her 3rd, laying up at 18. That would lead to a birdie. Eagle chances at the 2nd at par 5. He's his hole on the golf course today. Hanaka Shibuno had that thrilling win in 2019 at the AIG Women's Open. I still can't believe she made that putt on the 72nd hole, and now she keeps making putts.
It's a good thing that putt on the 72nd hole hit the hole. It would still be going.
Yeah, that's true, but it went in.
Pretty big green here from front to back, 35 paces.
See Patty T walk in there to try to get a little idea what it's going to do. It's going to go in the middle of the hole.
Well, she would have learned something if she could see that line. Good birdie on number 3 from Danielle Kang. It's a tough hole out there. Hardest hole on the golf course.
You do have to take into consideration the speed of putt rolls and so on.
She learned a lot.
2 threes at the 3rd.
Whole location on that front portion of the green, though. And is heading out to the right. Might need a little bit of a kick.
Got it. Won the opener, the LPGA season. Danielle Kang.
Whoa, it just needed another half-inch, Jim.
Didn't look like there was anything wrong with the stroke, Judy.
Nothing. I mean, she just needed a little more speed in the putt. She read it perfect, but an easy 4.
So far, the easiest hole on the golf course this par 5, and Lydia Ko taking advantage of that third birdie to go against that one bogey.
Yeah, she is for a birdie at 9, her final hole of the day. Birdies have been hard to come by for Inbee. That's just her second of the round. And that's going to be a round of 75 for the great Inbee Park.
8-iron. Good line here, and it can chase up onto the green. That is a really good line.
Beauty.
Lydia being Lydia.
She did something that's kind of hard to do. She stayed in perfect balance. The rhythm of the stroke and the speed is always the same.
Just does get it there and get it to drop. 24-year-old with 17 wins in her LPGA career.
Well, it's breaking in the direction most people like, but it is a pretty good slope from back to front here.
Didn't see it. We know it. Perfectly read.
And 5th at the KPMG Women's PGA. She only played 4 of the 5. She didn't play in Evian. That's where the power really makes a difference, Jim.
Her third. Par 4. Really good. Yes, really good.
Nobody, I don't think anybody in the game is more in control of their speed on the greens than Lydia.
Line was pretty good, too.
She making you look good, Jerry.
It certainly doesn't feel like anything near 20 at the moment.
Good putt.
Good up and down.
I think that's where she's going to get it out here, just to the right. Right in the left center.
On the other hand, if you're Patty, you're thinking this place is easy. Took it apart last year and making putts again this year.
And it's all coming back to me.
Uh-huh.
It's tough down the left side at 7. Can be very thick. We can see quite a bit of the golf ball. Gabby trying to move it right to left. That looked like a good line. And that is a terrific shot. Just pitched into that little bit of an upslope. And what a shot from Gabby Ruffels. Wonderful. Gabby Ruffels for the birdie at 7. This would get her to 3 under.
Just some right to left movement.
That's a great 3. Got it to 4 under par. And 4 under par for this 9.
Pretty impressive there.
Yeah, good scramble. It's fun to watch, though. Going for the shots, even though she didn't pull it off with the second. And still makes par. A round of 67. Great start for the defending champ.
Would still expect it to be a little left of the hole when it lands. Clips it so nicely. Needs to stop quickly.
It's just trying, wasn't it? It was just trying to go left.
A little more heat, and that's jarred.
I think she didn't quite believe what she saw with Brooke Henderson's putt.
Ewing's third at 18, the par 5.
Allie Ewing, a player who has found her way in the professional game in the last couple of years. Maybe even dogs. You just don't know.
Georgia Hall, third at the 9th. Georgia won in Saudi Arabia a couple of weeks ago, and she said it was some of the windiest golf she's ever played. It was really breezy there when I was talking to her early in the week. And Georgia Hall has never finished in the top 30 here. And this for a round of 68. And I was talking to Georgia early in the week, and she said, there's no reason for that. You know, I like this golf course, and there's no reason why I shouldn't play well here. She's in good form.
Here at the 8th, from off the green, Gabriela Ruffels for birdie. Made a terrific one in the last. Then again, never a doubt. How about those back-to-back birdies?